Welcome or welcome back to Petite Perspective. It's a brand new month, it's June, it's my birthday month. This is my final, it's not my final month of being, well I suppose it is, in my 20s, because on the 23rd I then am no longer in my 20s. Anyway, we're basically doing another edition of TBR Jar picks my reads for the month. As I said, it's June. And it's my birthday month, so I'm actually not going anywhere this month. I've been here, there and everywhere for the last month and it's been a bit much. So this month we're doing one work travel thing, I think, and then everything else is staying at home, which is lovely. I'm very excited about that. Obviously have my birthday, so there's some plans in the works for that, but that's not what this video is about. So let's pick some books. I think I'm going to do, what did I read last month? Well, I mean, it is technically still last month, but I'm not going to finish the book I'm currently reading in today. What is the date today? Oh, we're now in June. Okay. Last month we read, I think I read 4? Yeah, 4 books we read. So I'm going to pick 6 because we like to have options, because you never know what the month's going to bring. If you're interested, I'm currently reading Sally Hepworth's Darling Girls. It's really good, really good. I'm about 100 pages in. I started it 2 days ago. I'm really enjoying it, and today, after I've done the things I need to do, I'm then gonna basically just sit and just read that. But besides that, I don't really have anything on my radar. We'll see what this little jar thinks we should read. The first one is a book that became a movie/TV show. I don't know if I've got any. I think the only one I've got is The Paper Palace. I'm sure this was a film. Hey Siri, was The Paper Palace turned into a film? Oh, okay, it wasn't a film, but it has been adapted into a TV series by HBO, so that's what we're gonna have. So yes, The Paper Palace by Miranda Cowley-Heller. This has been on my TBR for so long, so actually reading this would be excellent for me. On a perfect August morning, Ella Bishop heads out for a swim in the pond below the Paper Palace, her family holiday home in Cape Cod. As she dives beneath the water, she relives the passionate encounter she had the night before against the side of the house that knows all her darker secrets, whilst her husband and mother chatted to their guests inside. Interesting, she's having an affair. So it begins a story that unfolds over 24 hours and 50 years as Elle's shocking betrayal leads her to a decision that will change her life forever. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why I've put this off for so long, but I'm glad that one's now been added. Let's pick the next one. A book with an odd number of pages. Okay, hold that thought, I will be back. Okay, I've picked up 3 options for odd number of pages. We've got Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll, which I know G has wanted me to read for a very long time, which has got 373. I then picked up Dolly Alderton's Good Material, because again, I think I bought this quite recently actually, but I've wanted to read it for a while. And this has got 341. And then 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, which has been on my list for quite literally the longest time ever to exist. And this has 325. And I'm going to be honest, whilst I do really want to read these 2, I am going to be putting this one on my TBR just because it's literally probably the last 4 years I've been saying I'm going to read 7 Days in June and I haven't. So this is going to be the month. Maybe I'll do a little reading 7 Days in June video. We'll see. So that's book number 2. Book number 3. A book that correlates to the season you're in. Well, actually, that does. So, because of that, we're going to add one of these as our odd number of pages. Or I could pick another summary book. But that one just feels too fitting, you know? Is this cheating? Probably. And I don't know if these books are set in the summer. I don't know if any of those are set in the summer. It's my game, so I make the rules. So this is now correlating to the season we're in, and we're going to add Bright Young Women as our odd number of pages books. I didn't even tell you what this was about. Right, let me tell you what this one's about. This one, I think this is basically following the story of like Ted Bundy and like what happened, but it follows like the girls. So I think it's like based on true story. Oh yeah, inspired by true life sorority targeted by America's first celebrity serial killer in his final murder spree. So yeah, it basically like follows that. I know G really liked this book, and she's been wanting me to read it for ages. So here you are, G. I'm putting it on the TBR. So yeah, so Nathan June for our season book, which says Eva Macy, a single mother and best-selling erotica writer, and the enigmatic award-winning novelist Shane Hall meet at a literary event in New York, sparks fly. What no one knows is that 15 years earlier, teenage Eva and Shane spent 1 week together, madly in love. While they may pretend to be strangers, they can't deny their chemistry. Over the next 7 days, amid a steamy Brooklyn summer, Eva and Shane reconnect, but Eva is wary of the man who broke her heart and wants Shane out of the city so her life can return to normal. Before he disappears, though, she needs a few questions answered. Yeah, it's a good one. Right. Book number 4. A book set in another country. I think I've got quite a few of these, so hold on. Okay, so obviously pretty much nearly every single book on this shelf, and I'm sorry about this angle, but I've had to sit down properly, is set in America. But we've pulled 2 that are actually set in, I think, is this one also set in Tokyo? We've got What You're Looking For Is in the Library, which is set in Tokyo. And then we also have With Love from the Murasaki Bookshop, which is actually 2 books in one. So you've got Days at the Murasaki Bookshop and More Days at the Murasaki Bookshop. I mean, this one's just stunning. Realistically, this is beautiful. This is more compact and small and mighty. And it's 247 pages. I think we're going to go with this one. This one was bought for me last year for my birthday, from bestie of the channel, Imo. What are you looking for? So asks Tokyo's most enigmatic librarian. For Saruri Komachi is able to sense exactly what each visitor to her library is searching for and provide just the book recommendation to help them find it. A restless retail assistant looks to gain new skills. A mother tries to overcome demotion at work after maternity leave. A conscientious accountant yearns to open an antique store. A recently retired salesman researches for newfound purposes. In Komachi's unique book recommendation, they will find just what they need to achieve their dreams. Why did that really, I struggled reading that. It's about the magic of libraries and the discovery of connection. This inspirational tale shows how, by listening to our hearts, seizing opportunities, and reaching out, we too can fulfill our lifelong dreams. Which book would you recommend? Cute! Oh, I've just seen it's got pictures. Look at that. It's got like illustrations in it. 2 more to pick. A male author. I don't think I've got many of these. Okay, I've pulled 3 male authors off my shelf. Not only are they all within the same colour theme, but they are all thriller books. So we have Conviction by Jack Jordan. We have The 50-50 Killer by Steve Mosby and Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This one is tempting because look how floppy it is. And I think I also have this already on my Kindle. This one, I just don't know if I can handle it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know it's going to be quite dark. This one is probably more up my street because it's about a lawyer that gets away with murder. So I think we're going to go with this one. I've thought about it. Didn't take me that long, but we're going with this one. So this is a career-making case. Wade Darling stands accused of murdering his family. Neve Harper is the barrister defending him. The odds aren't in her favour, but Neve has always the light to challenge. Days before the trial begins, Neve is approached by a stranger late at night on the tube. She doesn't know him, but he knows her, and the secret she's vowed to take to her grave. The stranger tells Neve she must throw the case, sending a potentially innocent man to prison. If she doesn't, he will reveal her darkest acts to the world. Neve must make a choice, go against every principle she has ever had, or watch everything she built be destroyed. What would you be willing to sacrifice for justice? So we like a little crime thriller in this space, especially if it's like what's the word I'm looking for? Courtroom. A little courtroom drama. So I think we're going to add this one. So we just need 1 more pick and then we'll have our, is that right? Yeah, then we'll have our TBR for June. Okay, make it a good one. A flower on the cover. That I do have. Okay, we've got 3 choices. Lots of choices going on today. We've got V. Schwab, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. We've got 1,000 Broken Pieces by Tilly Cole. And The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. This feels like it's going to be an excellent like holiday read. So I think I might leave this one for July when I go on holiday. This one we know is going to be sad. Like realistically, nothing about this book is going to be happy. I know already before reading this book that it is probably going to break my heart in 2. And also into 1,000,000 pieces, okay? 1,000 actually, to be precise, 1,000. But once I've read this, then I've like read it and then I don't have to like think about reading it again. But do I want to be reading a sad book in the month of my birthday? I mean, realistically, who even knows if I'm even going to get round to it? Or do we read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue? Yeah, okay, we're going to read this one. We're going with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. There's been quick decisions today, very quick. So for those of you that don't know, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is set in France in 1714. A desperate woman makes a desperate deal in the dark, a bargain to live forever but be remembered by none. So begins the invisible life of Addie LaRue. Shadow muse to artist throughout history, forgotten friend, confidant and lover. Slipping away with the morning light, Addie passes through lives desperate only to leave a trace of herself, until the day she walks back into a small bookshop in Manhattan and meets Henry, who remembers her. After 300 years, Addie's life is restarting, but the devil never plays fair. As Henry and Addie's life starts to intertwine, they must face the consequences of the decisions they've made and the prices to be paid. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is a dazzling adventure across centuries and continents, across history and art, about a young woman learning how far she will go to leave her mark on the world. I feel like that's a very empowering book to read, actually. So I think that's probably a very good choice from me. To recap, our TBR for the month of June actually is quite an eclectic mix, which is nice. We've got a good combination of books. So we have The Paper Palace, Bright Young Women, 7 Days in June, What You Are Looking For Is in the Library, Conviction, and finally The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my little TBR edition again of using the little mason jar. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell all of your friends about us. And maybe I'll see you in a video very soon doing a reading vlog. Maybe I won't. Maybe it would be a travel vlog. There's a couple of travel vlogs coming from what I got up to in May. Obviously our Paris vlog was the last one out. So there's a couple more of those coming, and then there's definitely like a reading vlog coming, at least one, in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.